Hey guys, so yeah, it's the weekly portfolio update, but we're going to talk about some important shit as well. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I did not release a video Monday, and I thought about it, and I think I'm going to just keep this to weekly videos. I kind of like, being more focused on my Friday videos without having to worry about an extra video from Monday. So, unless I have some important shit to talk about, from here on out, it's going to be Fridays only. I'll change the banner later. This is my Fidelity portfolio. It's a mix of growth slash value slash dividend stocks. Right now, I am participating in the Grow My Portfolio 2020 Challenge, where my goal is to get this portfolio from where it is now to $25,000 before it is December the 31st of this year, no matter what happens in the market. And we're going to talk about that in a second. I have not made any moves in the past few weeks, which we're also going to talk about, but let's go to the positions anyway. So Bank of America, we are down 0.19%. Cloudera, we are up 80.63%. Cisco, I don't know because I just received dividends and it takes a day to update. Facebook, we are up 31.85%. Realty, we are up 18.95%. Pfizer, we are up 15.55%. Qualcomm, up 16.81%. Revolve, 16.98%. Sony up 9.33%, AT&T up 0.12%, Tapestry up 1.57%, Uber we are up 19.64%. That gives me a total equity of $17,774.87, and that means we are up 13.79% overall. As you can see here, just today, I deposited $1,000 into my Fidelity money market. That should take effect in the next couple of days. So I have not made any moves at all this week or last week. I kind of talked a little bit about why in last week's video, but I want to talk a lot more about a specific topic. What I want to talk about now is a bunch of shit that's about to run out. Like I said, I talked about this a little bit last week, but I want to go into it right now. So I'm recording this on July the 22nd. That's a Wednesday. You'll be seeing this on July the 24th. Unless something changed between now and Friday when you're seeing this, the nationwide eviction moratorium, the thing that's preventing landlords from kicking out their tenants that can't pay rent due to the whole COVID situation, that's going to expire on Friday unless something happens. And as far as I know, Congress has not passed anything to do anything about this. They're talking about it. I mean, you can look up the news and, they're talking about doing stuff about it, but nothing's happening yet. And I don't think it's very likely that something will. So by the time you're seeing this, the moratorium will have expired. And at that point, it'll be up to the states to do something about it. Now, before I get into that, something else is going to expire, not this Friday, but next Friday. The CARES Act, the thing that adds the $600 unemployment benefit. I think it's weekly or whatever. That's going to end on July the 31st. And once all that ends, it'll be up to the state governments to do something about it. I want to show you something. So this website here, and I'm going to put this in the description so you can look at it. This tracks all of the evictions and utility shutoffs and all the other stuff for each of the individual states. It's a very badly done, very badly formatted spreadsheet, but it's useful. You can find your state and look up what is being done about it. For example, Alabama, they have no additional hold on eviction. So once the 24th happens, landlords in Alabama will be free to take action on any eviction notices that they have. So they'll be able to evict tenants that can't pay rent. Same holds true for Alaska. Arizona seems fine as far as that, and utilities. I encourage you to go here, look up your state, assuming you live in the U.S., and figure out what is being done as far as eviction moratoriums, utility shutoffs, and all that good stuff. Now, as far as I know, the eviction court proceedings, they've been allowed to continue for some time. So the eviction court, that's been allowed to they proceed all the way up until the point of action. So these landlords who've taken upon themselves to do that, like, they've done all the paperwork, they're ready. They just can't execute until July the 24th, unless the state has done something about it. So that means once the 24th happens, a bunch of people are going to be thrown out of their apartments or houses or whatever. Before we get into the whole investor part of this, I want to talk about the human element of this. I mean, this is gonna fucking suck for a lot of people. Like, a whole bunch of people are going to be thrown out of their homes. Like, people who are, you know, already, they can't pay rent for, you know, being displaced for COVID reasons. They've been furloughed, they've been laid off, they can't make money. The unemployment's about to run out. They can't pay their rent. They don't have jobs. Like, I think last I checked, there are millions and millions of Americans who don't have work right now. And places aren't hiring because they're just not getting back on their feet. So all those people who are going to be thrown out, at best case, they'll be living with someone else, which is going to make social distancing difficult, which will further enhance the spread of the virus. And at worst case, they'll be thrown out in the street, which they won't have homes to shelter into, which means the virus is going to spread even more. Social distancing is going to be a nightmare, especially if they have to cram into community houses and shit like that. Yeah, this is going to fucking suck. Think about the economy, and, you know, that's going to be a strain on the states who have to house all this sudden influx of homeless people. Because now they're just going to be out there on the street or whatever. The state has to support them in some aspect. And that's going to be difficult. Yeah, this is going to really be a nightmare. But anyways, this is a stock investing channel, so let's talk about what I'm going to do about the situation. So, as I mentioned a few times in this video, I have not made any moves this week or last week, and I don't plan on doing it. Normally, I would deploy $200 into a dividend stock that I own, but I haven't even done that. Like, I'm remaining very cautious of this situation. And that's my strategy. As a matter of fact, like I said, I've deployed an additional $1,000 into my money market, which means that once it settles, I'll have $2,700 into my money market ready to deploy. When I get paid at the end of this month, I'm going to add additional $1,200. So by the beginning of August, unless I make any moves, I'm going to have $3,900 ready to deploy. So that's almost $4,000 ready to deploy into something. And then once that happens, I'm gonna just keep eyeing stuff, because like once this crisis hits, if it ends up being bad, I don't know how this is going to affect the market. I don't think anyone does. Not even financial gurus are entirely sure what's going to happen. I mean, are stocks going to take a sharp turn downward? Are stocks going to continue to divorce from reality and keep going upwards? I don't know what's going to happen. I think that once the crisis starts hitting and it starts becoming a reality, I feel that there's going to be a downward turn in the market. And taking the human element out of this and being an investor, I'm gonna have my $4,000 and I'm gonna have it ready to deploy. So that's my strategy. Now, if you're watching this and you have not invested in the market yet, I don't advise you to follow this strategy. You should invest right now and get some time in the market, get some experience watching your stocks rise and fall. But if you're in this market for some time and you're looking at the situation, yeah, hold cash for now and see what happens when this whole thing explodes, and then react accordingly. And if nothing happens, then I will slowly resume my normal schedule of the regular $200 and keep going about it that way. But anyways, that's my strategy. I hope this was enjoyable for you. I'd like to thank you for watching, and eat your vegetables.